Okay, well, thank you all for coming. I feel particularly honored to be here tonight, given how many people camped out overnight just to look at you when you were at MoMA, and here I get to sit across from you. But I promise my audience I won't just stare at you for the next hour and a half, that we'll actually talk. And we'll have a conversation with the audience as well. But let me start off by just talking a little bit about art. And I'm sure a lot of people in the audience have seen this incredible documentary that is now showing on HBO about your life and work. And one of the things you said in there I found really interesting, where you talked about art being very much a combination of context and intention. So, you know, a baker creates the best bread, but it's in a bakery, but if he does it in a gallery, it's art. So let me ask you tonight, can we make art? Can we create art? Or is this, because it's a lecture hall, not possible?
First, I would like to tell you that I know it's the conversation, but I will not look at you. I will look at them, because to me, they are the really important
Yes, absolutely.
Audience. No, our conversation is important, but it will be very selfish if it's just between us and not
right.
Dealing with the entire audience. You know, we can't do art here, because this is Times magazine. And what we are doing here is conversation, and we have to always go back to reality. What is here, what we are doing now, is a conversation of art, not art. Context is everything, you know, and we can't miss the things. People think the performance is if you spit on the street and it's performance. It's not like that. It's a concept to really make change, and the condition and the place where it's made. So tonight, we are not making art.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Which is good, because that wouldn't be what I do well. But I'm good at asking questions. So another thing you said in the documentary, which I thought was kind of amusing, you had said sometimes that when you started your career, you were asked so much whether what you were doing is art that you almost missed it. And so let's go at a little nostalgia here about asking you why what you do is art. And I think it's, you know, you got right to that point before about the context. But what I'm interested now in exploring a little bit is the difference between theater, because now you've got an incredible theater work coming up as well. And let's explore a little bit about the difference between these two art forms.
Okay, there's two questions here. First, you know, what I'm doing, art is art, and what is the difference between performance and the theater? So let's address the first question. You have to start with really questioning yourself. What is your purpose when you're born in your life, generally? How you know you're an artist? That's a really important question. And I always ask when I teach young artists, how you know you're an artist? What makes you an artist? What is the difference between a normal profession and being an art? And I always believe that art is like a breathing. If you actually, you don't question breathing. If you don't breathe, you just die. So if you have this urge to create things, and you create them, and you wake up in the morning and you're obsessed and you're in fever and you have to do things, you're pretty much an artist. But it doesn't make you a good artist, it just make you an artist. Good artist is all different thing. You know, good artist is huge sacrifice and is incredible focus and concentration and putting, you know, your private life on hold totally. So that's another story. But then, you know, artists have to find out, when they find out that they are artists, they also have to find what kind of tool they need to express themselves. Some artists are born painters, and they need really color and brush and seclusion of the studio. Some they need to sculpture, and they need to do this physical effort and, you know, work with the stones and rocks and stuff like that. Some they just video, or they wanted to do drawings. And, you know, I was very, very, in a way, lucky that I found that my tool was almost from the beginning. After I paint, it was a performance. And this is just a tool, that's nothing else. It's a tool to express your ideas, that's all. And the second question about theater and performance, you know, when you are young and you start performance, and it's a new form, you have to hate everything else. It's like you have to hate your parents in order to grow up. It's the same thing. So you have to hate the theater like a first thing. Why theater? Because it's the strange black box and people sit in the dark and everything is artificial and blood is not the blood and the knife is not a knife. And, you know, you're just playing somebody else. So you can't stand theater. And then when you really find your own language and you become secure what you're doing, and then you can accept everything else. So for me, working with Bob Wilson was really a very, very big experience, because with Bob Wilson, everything is artificial. I mean, from day number one. And in the beginning, I was asking him, but Bob, can we do something real? And he said, darling, what you like to do real? I said, just bring me a block of ice. She said, no problem. So next day arrived this huge block of glass. I said, but Bob, this is glass. He said, of course it's glass. It's a theater. This is artificial. And, you know, he would never actually let me do things in that way. But I learned so many other things through that.
And did you find it as satisfying or not?
With Bob, I learned first patience. I mean, you will say how I can learn patience when I can, you know, do other things, sitting for hundreds of hours. But you know, with Bob, he's a maniac, basically. You have to work with him from the day one with the full makeup and full costumes. That means that some of the actors who have the full makeup of the body, if they're naked, they need 4 hours to put makeup on, and then the costumes. I need only 2 hours. But then all day you are in these costumes, and in the evening another take 1 hour to take it off. And he never could imagine things. They have to be all real. And then, you know, light is everything for Bob. So he let you stand on the stage hours and hours and hours just to feel light, a little bit to the left, a little bit to the right, maybe shadow on the side. You know, I hated it because it's different if I have live audience and live public, because I can take energy of you and I can transform it and give it back. But just to sit there for light, I have no reason. It was horror, and I have to understand actually this image and vision and what theater means in order to, you know, accept his rules and you know, and really learn the patience from Bob.
That's really surprises me, actually, when you said how the patience was so difficult. Now, when you perform it, now, is it a whole different energy that you're feeling and a whole different experience?
No, every time we have to rehearse for, you know, months, and then we have to play. When you play, it's wonderful, it's pure joy. But this rehearsal, the time of waiting, and you know, and you have to wait and wait and wait. And he built image from the, you know, different elements. But he's such a big master, because I always want to work with him, because the way how he perceived time, the way how he moved, how the actors moved, the costumes, the light. I mean, it's like one painting after another. But to build this, it's enormous amount of work. And I was just one tool in his hands, because it's not my life and death, it's the Bob Wilson life and death on the theater. And there's a big difference.
We actually have a small clip from that, so since it really hasn't been performed yet, if we could show that little trailer, the clip from Life and Death.
The trailer was made by the Giada Cologrande, and we actually it's all filmed, but now it's just a few minutes we can see.
Right.
Hold, 2, 3. Yeah, something like that. Go.
An artist should not lie to himself or others. An artist should not steal ideas from other artists. An artist should not kill other human beings. An artist should not make themselves into an idol. An artist should avoid falling in love with another artist.
I was born just after the war in 46. This was a kind of costume I always remember. It's for me so significant to wear this uniform. It's like a blueprint of that kind of military structure, education, and really believe that you have to sacrifice everything for the cause. There is something that is higher and more important than yourself.
I remember when I got to know Marina a little bit, I mean, my image of her is she was this very strong woman and aggressive, and she's so fragile. So this little girl, she'll break down and start crying in a moment. And, you know, she's